Whenever you see people competing in sports, a sort of storyline will always develop. May it be WWE and the storyline of Rey Mysterio's son turning heel on him. May it be NBA with LeBron and how he has pushed 40 and still the GOAT. May it be football, I'm European, I'm calling it football, and a classic matchup of Ronaldo versus Messi. All of those I just mentioned are storylines, and in every story you need characters. Characters that are the head of it all are the main characters. Your Narutos, your Luffys, your Isagis. They, of course, have the supporting cast with them. Your Piccolos, your Misas, hell even your Marshalls. But then there's side characters. You see, they aren't background characters or extras. No, we have had a full-on introduction to these characters. We see them do huge stuff here and there. Sometimes they actually also just are better than some in the main cast, but they will always just be a stepping stone or two used to introduce new ideas and concepts. Once their job is fulfilled, you can't just write them out, so they end up on the side, being there with everyone else, but with little to no impact. And this is what has happened to our main topic of this video, the side character of competitive Smash Ultimate, Shuton. Before we go any further though, it would mean a lot if you would like the video and possibly even subscribe if you enjoy the content like this. These bigger size videos take time to make as I'm the one doing all the work by myself, but I do make stuff like shorts that comes up twice a week to make sure you have something to watch at all times. Selfless plug, I know, but I promise, your view in itself already means a lot to me, so thank you. Okay, back to the video. Shuton is an Olimar player from Japan, and as of the making of this video ranked 7th in the world according to the Lumi rankings. But Shuton's story starts way back, all the way back to Smash for the Wii U. Back then, he also played Olimar and dominated the Kyushu competitive scene, earning him the nickname King of Kyushu. He really started gaining traction when he got second at Umebura 22, and slowly became one of Japan's best players alongside people like Abadango, Ken, Niyatono, NB, and more. It's important to note that in Smash 4, the US dominated the scene, and even with some big shows from players like Su or Komoiki, who would come to the NA often, the impact of the Japanese scene was nowhere as big as it is today. Even with that in mind, Shuton will make his first appearance in the US during Frostbite 2017. There he will place 5th, outplacing players such as Shinodo, Ally, Void, and MKLeo. This will not be the only time, as he will also get 3rd at both 2GGC, Westside Saga, and Smash Sounds, becoming the only solo Olimar player with multiple top 8 major performances. As such, he's widely considered the greatest Smash 4 Olimar player of all time, and was ranked 23rd on the PGR 100 and the ranking's only solo Olimar player. Now, what about Ultimate? Well, really good actually. In Ultimate, he initially was a solo Olimar player, and alongside the boss and Marian spearheaded Olimar's large player base in the early meta game. He basically became the only Olimar player to win a major, which includes winning Umebura SP, the first Ultimate major, and 2GG Prime Saga, Shuton's first international major victory. And then it stopped. As I said in the intro, the side character shows up, does some crazy stuff and / introduces concepts people haven't seen. The rest of the cast gets used to it, does the same or even crazier stuff, and suddenly you're just cast to the side. It's not that the side character isn't on paper strong or of any use, the story just doesn't focus on them anymore, and that's what happened to Shuton. Shuton had his glory in early Ultimate, but sadly because of the pandemic, everyone was shut inside. Fast forward into 2021 with new patches, new characters, and new players, and suddenly you have Kakariki 4 with Shuton not making top 8. Okay, that happened. I mean, sometimes you just go out like a buster. I've had that happen too sometimes as well. But what then? Well, he picked up Aegis as a secondary. And again, that's it. Now I don't mean this in the sense that Shuton's result began being terrible, just more so the focus was no longer on him. Olimar had turned into such a rare character that there wasn't a player base to follow Shuton and his bracket was, even though he actually got 2nd place in the Kakariki 5. Him playing Aegis also didn't do much, as he would be overshadowed by Spargus and even Cosmos' Aegis. Shuton had no rival. Shuton had no clear goal for the fan base to follow. Shuton had no storyline and therefore became a side character. While Shuton doesn't really have a storyline, performs great at almost every bracket he attends and has been a consistent top 10 player. Again, in a game like Ultimate where there are 89 characters, new players showing up out of nowhere being godlike, and even the GOAT himself, MKLeo, falling out of the top 10. Shuton has never been outside of that top 10. We are talking Orion rank, Japan player rankings, Old rank and Lumi rank. He's always there. This has made it so no matter what tournament you watch, Shuton will be there. But ask yourself, do you even notice it? You see, while Shuton always makes it 4, he never actually wins anymore. He's just there like a side character. Delta 9, 4th place. Don't Park in the Grass 2024, 5th place. Coinbox in real life, 2nd place. You get the idea. These are all good placing. But without a storyline for him or anything like that, the only way for Shuton to step into the limelight once more would be to actually win something. Because until then, Shuton's story won't be the GOAT, the Prince of Smash, one of the 4 horsemen, or anything like that.
And throwing smash attacks however you like,
but you got Diamond Cave. Yes! Oh my god, Mia, you are so godlike. That was sick. That was a fun grand finals.
At 50? At 50 though?
I can see the camera. He's kind of RC. You can see the cameraman there. He's kind of.
Shuton is still dealing with the issue of placing well and not getting much outside of that. He did actually even in fact win something finally with Setugeki 18, yet nothing. That should have put Shuton back in the spotlight. He finally did it again and in the strongest region and people like Snow, Asimo and Mia in attendance. Maybe you could call it a fluke, or maybe it's that one cool moment the side character gets relayed in the story until they get sidelined once more. As Shuton will go on to get placements like 2nd at Smash Awesome, 4th at Genesis X2, 9th at Battle of BC7 and 2nd at Delta 10. Shuton is sadly not the main or even part of the supporting cast of any Ultimate storyline, but in his defense, there aren't really many storylines in Ultimate to begin with. Still, just like any side character, there will always be someone who awe fans. Shuton has a huge following on YouTube and uploads consistently. He has been a huge part of Reject, the Japanese esports team, and is still one of the best reps Japan has. Shuton might just be a side character at this point, but I hope one day, may it be an Ultimate or a new Smash game, Shuton has his own storyline again, like a spin-off show, because there's no denying the talent of the greatest Olimar of all time.
Purple cats like this. Purple hit. Shuton with the pom-pom.
Thanks for watching. This video was not meant in any way to slander Shuton's name or anything like that, but just digging into the story of Shuton, as I've had this talk with friends before and it motivated me to make this video. What do you think though? Do you think he will break out of the side character role again, or did you never see him like that? Let me know below. Thanks once again and enjoy yourselves.